Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about Chapter 2, Season 8 in Fortnite. Okay, let's get on. So, there's a lot more going on with the new season of Fortnite than people can really understand. Apart from the map receiving significant changes, there are various collectibles across the map, new mythic bosses and weapons, portals that can confuse players, even me to be honest, but out of all the new additions, the Sideways Portal and the Rainbow Ink are unique to the current seasons. On the other hand, players already know their way around the mythic bosses and weapons. Apart from the features mentioned above, Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 8 remains somewhat familiar. Why did I say above? Sorry, I know I'm cutting off. I'm not cutting off. Sorry, I can't talk. I didn't mean to say above. I meant to say earlier. So, apart from all the features mentioned earlier, Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 8 remains somewhat similar to the previous seasons. Unfortunately, though, players no longer have UFOs to travel across the map, and cars are the only mode of transport. There are 3 distinct features that the player needs to know about in Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 8. They're the Rainbow Ink, the Sideways Portals, and the new mythic weapons. So let's get on about the Rainbow Ink. Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 8 the Battle Pass introduced the Tuna Fish character outfit. The original version of the outfit is black and white. However, similar to the Chimera outfit from Season 7, players have many options to customise their Tuna Fish outfit. Players had to collect the alien artifact in Season 7 to upgrade the customisable battle skin. Similar to that, Rainbow Ink is available all across the map, and players can collect items to customise their Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8 Battle Pass skin. Along with the Rainbow Ink, players will also need colour bottles to unlock one of the Tuna Fish outfit styles. You can find them at the locations mentioned once you click on any of the colour bottles in the Tuna Fish customization menu in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8. So that's all about the Tuna Fish and the Rainbow Ink. Right, let's talk about the Sideways Portals. First thing that players would have noticed after they jumped into the Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8 are the orange-brown coloured areas on the map. These biomes contain rifts known as the Sideways Portal, a concept inspired by the Upside Down from the popular Netflix show Stranger Things. If players head inside these portals, they will be teleported to another dimension. This is where they can find sideways weapons ranging from common to mythic rarity. The cube monsters inhabit the Sideways, and players will have to make sure that they are ready to take on an army of monsters once they enter the Sideways in Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 8. Right, that was the Sideways. Let's talk about mythic weapons and bosses. Similar to the previous seasons, mythic bosses in Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 8 will drop mythic weapons. These NPCs are some of the hardest to defeat, and they will attack you if they notice you. Fortunately, suppose you successfully eliminate the mythic bosses such as Dr. Sloan, Cranage, Venom, and Cube monsters. In that case, you get a unique, one-of-a-kind weapon such as Sloan's mythic burst rifle, Carnage and Venom symbiotes, and mythic sideways weapons. So, that's all you really need to know about the Battle Pass. Well, the Season 8, Chapter 2, Season 8. So that's all you really need to know. And now, let's explain it. So, now we know that Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8 is now live. This season is titled Cubed. It brings an even bigger threat than the aliens of Season 7, the race called Chimera. These aliens came and almost conquered the last season, and now the world of Fortnite is further threatened. The cubes have arrived to challenge players, bringing with them the sideways anomalies. Here is a look at how the cubes work and how the sideways anomalies work. So, what are the cubes? The cubes look very similar to the cube we first saw in Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 5, the cube known as the six-sided mystery, was seen again in Chapter 1, Season 6 and Season X. While this cube, known by the community as Kevin, allowed players to bounce from all sides, the cube in Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 8 sounds a lot more deadly. Cubed sees the cube spreading from corruption throughout Fortnite. They also spread portals known as sideways anomalies. Players can enter these anomalies and fight sideways cube monsters. Inside these anomalies, players are also called to collect sideways weapons, such as the sideways rifle and the sideways minigun, to protect themselves. As the monsters are defeated, players are able to collect monster parts to upgrade sideways weapons. So, let's talk about sideways weapons on that subject. Sideways weapons are powerful weapons used to fight against cube monsters. We don't know much about them yet, only that it has been announced that the rifle and the minigun are available. These weapons don't look anything like previously seen in Fortnite, and they can also be revived using monster parts. Players are encouraged to gather parts and revive their weapons into a superpower state for increased effectiveness. So, that's all about that. Let's talk some more about something else. So, we know that there are different types of cubes on the Fortnite island. There's a blue, purple and gold one. Now, I've already explained a bit about the purple one, so let's talk about the gold one. I mean, with so many different types of cubes all over the map, it can be tough for Fortnite players to decide which ones are worth watching. As it turns out, all of them, at the very least, will be worth taking tabs on in the coming days. This goes for the blue one we helped in the event to the purple ones that have just started moving around. Something we haven't spent a whole lot of time on is the gold cube. This one seems to be all on its own, and the community has referred to it as the Queen Cube. As of right now, the cube hasn't really done anything, but a new leak has suggested it has more powers than your typical cube. This does sort of make sense since this is the special golden cube, a colour we haven't seen yet. Perhaps it's somehow tied to the return of Midas? Just something to think about. Let's take a look about what we know about this cube so far. Thanks to a leak from Hypex, we learn that this gold cube will eventually start to float or hover over the island on top of rolling like the other cubes. According to this leak, it, along with other purple cubes around the island, will shoot a beam up in the air. We don't know what any of this means, but it does sound like the blue cube will be sitting this one out. Epic has created sounds for this too, as evidenced by the leak, so it does seem just like a matter of time before this happens. Here's the sound. We're still very, very early into the season, so Epic will likely be holding back on a lot of this. What we do know is that the season started with very little map changes in terms of POI changes, so maybe the developers could mix things up through the power of these cubes. It's anybody's guess at this point, but it does seem clear that the cubes are going to play a very big role in Season 8 and going forward. A lot of this takes us back to Chapter 1, where we carefully watched every move made by Kevin the Cube. Fast forward to Chapter 2, Season 8, and we have so many other cubes to keep our eyes on. It's an exciting time in Fortnite, because it feels like the community is really coming together on all of this. Lately, the community didn't really have much to do as a whole, so it's nice to see a return to form of sorts for the players to all band together and watch the map change together. There's also the voting system for unvaulting weapons that can be found around the map. So it's another way the community can chip in and collectively make changes to Fortnite. It's going to be a long season, so strap in and enjoy the ride. Bye everyone, thanks for watching!